because hi, I'm from Belgium. Besides the quality of translate technical talk and commercials talk during meetings and so on, what is your daily routine during a workday, and on what are you working on? So first, what's your Dr. Cole, what's your daily routine?
So my daily routine, and once again, don't judge me, but it works for me, is I typically wake up around 4:30 or 5 o'clock. I believe in sleep. I am not one of those folks that think you do 3, 4, or 5 hours sleep. I have learned that your body and your brain need to be well rested. And the other thing is, I don't wake up with an alarm clock. I wake up when the body's ready. And here's why. When you're sleeping, your mind goes through a process where it pulls out toxins. It then cleans out the toxins. If you're in the middle of that process where the toxins are are clean, but they haven't been flushed, and your alarm clock goes off, all that stuff is still in your brain. And you might have seen this where you sometimes wake up where you think you got a good night's sleep and you're sluggish the entire day. It's because you didn't finish the sleep cycle. So I'll usually go to bed somewhere between 9 or 10, and then I'll wake up when I wake up. Now, if I have meetings or appointments, I will set an alarm. But in the last 6 months, I haven't set an alarm, and I naturally wake up between 4:30 and 5 in the morning. And then the first thing I'll do when I get out of bed is I'll take out a journal. I actually use Remarkable. It's a digital journal, but I'll go in and I'll set my intentions for the day. What would make today a great day? What are the 2 or 3 things that I want to accomplish today that would make today a solid day? I then go right to the gym and I work out for typically 45 minutes with heavy weights, followed by 15 minutes of cardio. I then come home and I have a sauna because of COVID. They all got shut down. I do sauna for 30 minutes and I meditate in the sauna. I then shower real quick. I eat a really nice breakfast, eggs, protein, or a Saya energy bowl with some fruit. And then I'm starting my day by about 7:30. And what I do is I go in and I start producing content. So whether it's writing an op-ed for the New York Journal, whether it's coming in my studio and producing videos, whether it's going in and contacting, and I'll do that for about an hour and a half where I'll produce content. And then by about 9 o'clock, I'll usually have some meetings with my staff where we'll go over the day, what everyone's working on, till about 10 o'clock. Then I'll go in and every day I contact a colleague that I haven't talked to in a while, a business associate or an executive, just to see how they're doing, what they're working on. And then from 11 to 12:30 is a production block where I actually work on client deliverables. I work on proposals. I work on work. I'll then, from 1 o'clock till about 3 o'clock, I'll take meetings, take calls with clients, do business development. Then from 3 to 4:30, I do another work block. And then I'll finish up the day, put out fires, and then usually get home by about 6:30 or 7. So if you look at my day, I only have 3 hours in which I'm really doing hardcore work. But here's the interesting part. I've tried everything else. I've gotten up at 5 in the morning. I haven't done the gym, and I've worked for 12-hour days and get 4 hours sleep. And I'm less productive than when I'm very focused and aligned and deliberate. And to me, here's the trick. If you look at my calendar for this week, I am completely booked. I actually schedule my gym. I schedule when I'm going to eat. Because here's the interesting part. If your schedule, you do it. If you have a doctor's appointment, you go. But if you have a block in your schedule and you don't have anything planned, you postpone, you walk around, you talk to people, and you waste time. So I'm a big fan that you schedule out your entire day, be deliberate, and you would be amazed of how productive you could be.
That's awesome. I mean, it's funny too. Successful people like yourself to always talk about they do things for themselves first in the day. Right when they get up. And you were talking about like working out, meditating, doing your videos. You did all that chunk of work first for you, and then you went into your actual work day.
Yep. And that it's the whole put your oxygen mask on first, right? Like they do on airplanes. I need to be healthy and in a good state. And I will tell you this, those first 2 to 3 hours are non-negotiables. 7 days a week, I'm in the gym. I do not miss a day. Those are non-negotiables because I know that when I miss workouts and I miss meditations and I miss that, I'm not as productive. I'm not as focused and I do not get as much done. And that's the amazing thing. You would think it's the opposite. You're spending 2.5 to 3 hours on yourself. that you're not doing work. But if you actually work during that period, you'd be so less productive. It's
Right.
all, to me, I'm all about optimization and being productive and taking care of myself first, as opposed to anything else. And just tying off what you said, the other part about it is you get one body.
Mm-hmm.
If this isn't optimal, you can't do what you want to do. So I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but if you're overweight and eating pizza and McDonald's for meals every day and you're sluggish and you're not feeling good, there's no possible way you can be optimal in what you're doing as a security officer. So to me, this has to be perfect. Even though I'm 51, this has to operate like a 30-year-old so I could push myself and do everything that I want to do during the day.